it's not like you have to know when the sprints start and all that. I think that's what I have to do for the scratch races. I need to... Boy, oh, we got a third person finally. I need to scout it in advance, and because to contend for a sprint, you really need to be going full speed at the start of the sprint banner. You need to have already worked up the full speed. So that means that you've got to start your sprint, 50 meters or so, maybe even 100 meters before maybe not 100, but before the start of the sprint. And my problem was I needed to have had a better feel for when to start. Because that start banner snuck up on me. And so I started my sprint just, barely before it. So I wasn't up to speed, and that's why I couldn't really contend, I don't think.
Yeah, you almost have to start like half the distance to the start of the sprint, and then hopefully you can maintain the sprint.
Because I saw Zafar get FTS on a sprint once, and he went off the back of the group, then took off on the sprint and met up with the peloton just as they started the sprint banner, and then he coasted the last 20 meters at the end. He's kind of stopped, and he still got FTS.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking he goes to the back and he can stay on and then get to that draft. You're drafting, so there's energy saving even though you're putting an effort in until the last minute.
Yeah.
The problem with doing these rides in the morning, I don't know what to do with my evenings.
Oh, I'm trying to do more and more morning stuff because I hate taking time away from, family and all that. So I prefer morning.
I like the evening because it always just decompressed myself from the day's events. I think it's but I mean, it's kind of harder right now. Once the time changes again and you can get outside and do stuff, that helps. So in the winter it stinks because then you're twiddling your thumbs.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna full screen here. Go over here.
Just us three.
Yeah, small group.
Yeah, that friend, I think he signed up for it. Oh, no, there's four of us. Yeah, Kenny, he showed up.
Ah, just barely made it.
Yeah. I know he's not on Discord, so.
So I won the ZRL race Tuesday, which completely surprised me. I actually never won a ZRL race before.
Yeah.
I'm going for those sprints, and I'm just being discouraged. I'm not doing well. I'm not getting hardly any prime points. I'm like, this stinks. And then at the end, I think I had enough of the sprints where I actually conserved energy, so I wasn't as worn out as the other people, and so I had more in the tank. And then that ending sprint, I took off early, and anyhow, and then I did a TTT on Thursday, and our team won, and then I did the TFC ride yesterday and won that.
Hey, sometimes you get out of those slumps. Yeah,
well,
you need a little kicker.
I'm trying to get back to Cat B. So I'm hoping maybe in the next couple of weeks, I keep working hard, I can get back to Cat B.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't seem to get into anything. And I'm trying to get more consistent at riding, and just the holidays didn't help much and stuff.
Yeah.
I think season didn't help much, but I kind of figured that I gained 10 pounds, so that doesn't help. So
yeah, that won't help.
I'm still trying to get it, so I'm just, talking with Jeff. It's like, I'm just going to try to start building a base. Stay around the 2 watt zone 2 area, and then I'll race on Tuesdays, and then do some hills on the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Just maintain trying to get my endurance and stuff.
Let's see, what's his name? George Swank from our team, from Team TFC. He's a huge believer in Zone 2. He's like, he goes, Zone 2, that's where it's at. Got to do a lot of Zone 2, 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's what he keeps. So I'm like, all right, I got to do more Zone 2.
Yeah. And that's just at that area where you're just uncomfortable, but you're not killing yourself.
Yeah, I always find it, for me, with Zone 2, I'm fine for the first 50 minutes, and then it gets hard. Then, because I'm always trying to, I put iPad up and I start watching a show, and it distracts me enough.
Yeah.
So that's how I get enough distraction from watching something that I can forget about my discomfort. Hey, there's Helen.
Good. Good morning, Helen, if you're on Discord yet. A lot of our problems is on our easy days we're too hard on our easy days and not hard enough on our hard days.
Yeah.
In training. And then a lot of people, they don't let themselves rest. And I want to say it was Eddie Merckx or one of the other guys would say, play hard, rest harder.
That's interesting.
Allow your muscles to recover and heal.
Helen has
Nice old you.
Helen has talked about coming over for triple bypass.
Yeah, that just really irritates me. I was looking forward to doing the triple bypass this year. And the way my on-call schedule is I can make certain events every 2 years, but the third year, I'll be on call. And then with only 3 of us, then it's like, you hate asking for a guy that just came off call or just swap with you, or if you do happen to, if you swap a week, then one of us are taking 2 weeks at a time. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, things happen. Like in first part of March, I'll be heading to Reno to work for 2 weeks. So one of the guys is going to have to cover my own call for the weekend until I get back Saturday night.
I know you've told me more than once, but what do you do again?
I'm a maintenance tech 3 for outside plant in for charter communications. So I make sure everything like the actives and cable are good, levels are good.
Now, do you work for the government or?
No, it's like Comcast, the charter is called.
Okay. Oh, okay. So then, communication cables and.
Yeah. Fiber, all that. And I've been doing it will be 31 years in May. Mid-May, I'll have it for 31 years.
Wow.
Gone through 7 different companies, and able to keep my same job.
Nice.
And every time I think about quitting or whatever, I just can't find a job that pays this good in a small town, you know, and able to survive without, which is hard to do. I like the small towns where I can leave for work at 8:05 and be there at 7:59.
Yeah. Leave at 8:05 and be there at 7:59?
Yeah. Unlike Denver, you leave at 3 in the morning and you hope to get there at 9 for a 3-block drive.
Yeah. Well, I've lived in some small towns, and it was like, how long does it take to get here? 5 minutes? Everything is 5 minutes away. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. But
and when you're out of town, you're out of town.
Yeah.
We went up for Thanksgiving up to Denver with my folks. You know, my wife and I went out Thursday, and we're heading back to the house, and I go, you know, there's absolutely nothing to do in Denver. You know, but we're used to going out to, say, wildlife area or someplace, and we can go walk the dogs or whatever, and don't have to deal with people.
Well, there's a couple really nice hidden parks. Like here in Lakewood, I'm right by Belmar Park, and you get in the middle of that park, and it's like hard to fathom that there's a big city, you know, city all around you, because it's like you feel. So they've got a couple nice parks like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're often, I mean, you know, some of those parks are pretty populated. Belmar Park by me, you don't see you see people, but it's not like a ton.
Yeah, I keep my dogs off lead, not that I can't keep them on lead, but I let them run. I can call them back to heel anytime I want, so it's not a big deal. But I grew up right off the county line in Quebec, where, I don't know if you know where Parks Meadow Mall is.
No, I'm
the south side of Denver, heading to Springs.
No, yeah, I'm not sure.
But when I grew up there, nothing but empty lot, one lone Kmart building off of I-25 and county line, and it's completely changed. I really enjoyed that ride up the in-car with you and Mike.
Yeah, that was fun. You come out and we can do another ride.
I planned on it, it just didn't seem to work out. Between that, that time, finally getting that dang shoulder to where I can ride longer, and when I race it doesn't hurt, where I'm having to take pressure off of it as much. So I think that should help. So yeah, I want to do that and see if I can beat that other time on that KON out of the segment.
I'm keeping a track for every time we have one of these bridges. It's pretty flat along here. It's just every time one of these bridges, you just have a little bit of a 1 or 2%.
Yeah. All flat. I think false flats are harder than regular climbing.
Oh, here's a 3%. Yeah, sometimes they kind of catch you, and you'll be in the middle of a race, and all of a sudden you're practically getting spit out the back, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, when I first started back up years ago, because my youngest son goes, Dad, when are you going to have a baby? I turned 38, hit the scale at 211. So when I was starting to ride, I'm going, why is this so hard? And then that's when I really started paying attention to the terrain and the undulations. And it doesn't take much. Because you're thinking it's flat, you should be flying, or no effort.
That's a little bit of a down and then an up there. Hit 4% briefly.
Yeah. So last year they did the pedal to plains. Because I always tell people riding the plains is harder than the mountains. I mean, they all have their difficulties, but there's no shade, no wind block. You got the temperature coming down at 90 to 100 plus on top of you, reflecting off the tarmac at 120 or so. And there was a couple of guys from Silverthorne, or Colorado, that did that. They said, oh, this will be easy, it's flat. And they, we had like 600 or 700 riders on Saturday. I'd say 600, or probably 90% of them had to be picked up by SAG vehicles. There was actually a lot of people who should not have been riding that.
How many miles?
But that day you could do 75 or 100. You had a choice to do. So the first day's usually short, around 40 miles. And
so what's the name of it again?
Pedal the Plains. But I don't think they're doing it anymore. So they would do, different areas like Sterling, Fort Morgan, Lamar areas, Lamar. So they get you out on the plains.
See, I'd like to do that. So I'm actually better in heat than I am in cold. So
yeah.
I had a friend that was like, I'd rather ride in 20 degrees than than 90, and I'm like, not me. I'd rather be in 90 plus degrees than 20 any day.
Yeah. Well, come down sometime this summer. Maybe you and Mike can come down, and I'll tell you when I'm not on call. We can do a 50-miler one day. To Fiddler's Knob and back, and some other areas.
Yeah, I'd be game.
But anyway, these guys, 2 out of the 3 guys had to be picked up. And they were saying, we thought this would be easy. So we did it. He goes, you don't stop pedaling, do you? And he's like, nope. There's no coasting, nothing. So it was like, you ride 20 miles on the mountains, it might be 10 miles up and 10 miles down coast. You ride 20 miles on the plains, and you're always pedaling.
So, I lived in Illinois, and 4 years in a row I did what's called the Tour de Cure.
Uh-huh.
It's a diabetes ride, and you're raised money and stuff. And
yeah,
I do the 100-miler. And one year it was over 90, so it was over 100 on the tarmac, over the tarmac.
Yeah.
And I was fine. And it's really flat. That particular route that they did is really flat. So I'm used to really flat and hot and all that. So I'd be game.
Yeah, and we could go to John Hart Reservoir and do a couple of 50s like a Saturday and a Sunday or something. Or whatever. However long you're here. You can always stay at our house. So
you got a guest room?
Yep. And plenty of floor space. So we're good.
Good.
We got one guest room, and then the others turned out into kind of workout rooms. So we can, I've got cots and whatever. I mean, but
yeah, I've got a real nice air mattress.
So, yeah, that was one I haven't ridden in years.
And what is you're like 3 hours from me, right? 3-hour drive?
Yes. So come down I-70 and then hit 287 going through Hugo and Kit Carson, and that takes you right down into Lamar.
Are you 54 years old?
Yes, I'll be going on 55 next month.
All right, I'm turning 54 in a couple weeks. Actually, lasts a week and a half.
Well, if I forget, don't say a happy birthday.
Yeah, same to you. If I forget. So, you graduated high school in '86 then?
87.
Okay, I was 87. My wife graduated high school in '85. What? We're talking with one guy. He's our age, 54. By the way, I had the youth guest.
Nice ride.
The youth guest last night, and Jamie said he thought you were 38.
He's doing good, hanging with us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of. I think I've been doing mostly 2.1, 2.2.
I'm gonna have to get off real quick, but I'll try to catch up. How bad I forgot my towel to dry my.
Oh.
Take all the sweat off.
You want us to slow up a little?
No, you're fine. I'll catch you.
All right.
I have everything in this room, so we're good. Back on.
All right.
I'll slow down. I know I blew by you, but I'll slow down now.
All right. No worries.
Yeah.
He's going for the sprint.
Yeah.
Or I don't
And
know.
then one record where you go visit Cousin Eddie. You know who he is, don't you?
Is that from vacation?
Yep. He lives about 36 miles east of me, out of a town called Coolidge, Kansas.
Oh, the actor?
What's that? No.
Oh, the character.
Yeah. They actually have his name up there somewhere. They still have a payphone too there.
Yeah. I tell you, I work a lot with homeless people, and if they don't have a cell phone, they don't have ways to call.
Yeah.
And especially after COVID, nobody wants to lend anybody their phone.
Yeah.
He said that the one guy I've been chatting with, he's got a phone now, but for a while he didn't. He would, he said King Soopers used to have a phone they'd let you use, but then people were using it for drug deals, and so they put the kibosh on that.
Oh, I don't blame them. My dad's priest traveled down to Fort Lyons, which is just west of here, just on the east side of Los Animas. And they have a deal for the homeless or drug addictions. And they have to stay there, do this, and if they break it, they're out. But he does that every Monday through Friday. And then he comes home.
Wow. That's
They
cool.
used to be a military base. And you ever read the book called Blood and Thunder? It's about Kit Carson and how the U.S. expanded through President Polk. It's an interesting book because it's run along the Santa Fe Trail. So there's a lot of history. And reading about it and knowing that I'm stopping on the same ground, it just amazes me.
I love history. I'm just not the best book reader except for audiobooks.
That's the way I am too. But it's a good book. It took me a while to read. I like the audiobooks better. On my way to Reno, I'm gonna check out an audio version of The Empire of the Summer Moon, and it's about the Comanches. So I'll listen to that when
Oh,
I
nice.
drive that way. But so I know it sounds morbid, but when I ride out here and run or whatever, you're along the Santa Fe Trail, you just think of, was there a battle here? Did they hunt here? Or how many people died and were buried that we'll never know about?
Yeah.
Through the hundreds of years of history. Oh, this is a fun climb. I'll just get dropped on the T key now. On the time. Actually, I'm just standby. I'm on call.
Alright, so
Yeah.
me and Anthony are about to pass you, and then we can catch up with Kenny.
Okay. I'm on.
I'm sure we're all heavier than Helen, so oh, here we are.
Yeah, I'm slowing down. Just can't even get back on. We caught everybody. Yep. Good. That guy got more basketball games with his youngest this past week. I don't know how those kids, do any schoolwork done.
You talking about Kenny?
Yeah. He got 4 boys. 3 are really good runners. 2 of them are up in Gunnison running. His oldest boy went to spearfish. And I've been running with his 3rd one since he was like 7 or 8 years old. He was trying to keep up with us. That guy's got so much determination that it's just amazing. And I always say he's going to be the fastest of those 3. Joel never looked like a runner, but he's coming around. You know, you hear people kind of complain about Zwift and their glitches and stuff like that. So for what they offer for the price a month, how can you beat it?
Yeah, I agree. You know, like people who go into spin classes or, you know, or have a membership somewhere.
Yeah. I had to send my trainer into the shop, a year ago or so. So I'll just do the dumb trainer. I did that once and like, okay, that's it. It's amazing the difference between Zwift and a dumb trainer.
Really? So when the first season I was Zwifting, I was on a dumb trainer. And then I got a smart trainer. And I was like, it's not that much different. That was my first reaction.
Well, to me it's easier to stay on for a longer ride on Zwift than it is a dumb trainer. And one of my friends back in high school was telling about his stepdad who he started running. He was just running in basketball shoes. So after a while he finally got some good running shoes. He said, I don't really tell the difference. So after those wore out, he went back to the basketball shoes. He went right back to running shoes after that.
Yeah.
So there is a difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you mean a dumb trainer without Zwift? I thought you meant like.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
a dumb trainer without Zwift is pretty boring.
Oh, even if it's like we've only gone 5 minutes and it felt like an hour already. And I play games. Sometimes I put Star Wars in and turn out all the lights. And then I'd get my speed work in during the battles and pretending I was an X-Wing fighter or something. Yeah, an old guy like me doing that.
Yeah. You know,
distracting.
Sometimes last year when the Tour de France was on, and I'd be watching a stage while I'm cycling, and my legs just start spinning faster.
Yeah. Or when you turn, you're seeing them turn, and you go with them. That fall off. But like watching sprints, I don't really watch a lot of sports. The tour's cycling's my key, but I keep up with some of the football just so I have something to talk about with my oldest boy. And so during the commercials would be when I do my intervals. The game time would be normal speed.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this ride's going fast.
Yeah, it's besides, the aqueduct isn't that huge of a climb.
No.
Other than that, it's pretty flat.
Yeah.
And it's one lap. So, what is that?
24, 25K?
Yeah, so that's, on Tuesday, that's going to go fast.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's going for the sprint, maybe?
Yeah, but had to be Kenny. He used his arrow. Let's see if I can catch him. Just to irritate him. I'm not going to make it.
Oh, you were close. You were real close.
Yeah. I tease him all the time because we'll do segments that I call my wind over. Because he'll do it on the windy days with the tailwind. And you gotta challenge your friends. He was wanting to break. He was wanting to break like 24 or 23 minute 5K. So I'd run with him, and then I'd play the carrot. So I'd have to stay just close enough to where he couldn't catch me, but not too far where he wants to give up. And I think the next week or two, he broke his record. But he had knee surgery a year ago. So he's bummed because he can't run anymore.
Yeah, that's a lot of. I've met a lot of cyclists who used to be runners and they can't run anymore. That's why they switched.
Yeah. I've always enjoyed running more than cycling. And then anymore, I like the cycling more. But there's times when you just need a good run.
Yeah.
It takes different stress off of you. When I was training for tri, sometimes my weekly schedule would get screwed up because I'd be so tired that I didn't feel safe on a bike. And so I would just trade it in for a run and then go the other way the next day. Especially when you're outdoors and watching for traffic and stuff like that.
I did a Chicago Marathon, let's see, it's 4 years ago now, I guess. Wow, that's been a while. Not quite 4 years, but a little over 3. And
yeah,
it just is so much work for the amount of stretching and using the foam roller and at my age, I had to do a bunch before and after. So it's like a good, at least 20-minute routine before and at least a 20-minute routine after.
Yeah.
And with cycling, I just jump on the bike and I might do 1 or 2 stretches after or something a little bit, but I don't, it's, so, and then I'd get injuries, and it was like whack-a-mole. Like each week it was something different. You know, this is bothering me, this is bothering me.
Yeah. You know, that's why they say the triathletes have less injuries than runners or whatever, because they're using everything, but they're allowing different muscles to rest, even though you're probably more of an active recovery like swimming. But to this day, I have a massage appointment every month. A lady comes down from Dolores, Colorado area, somewhere around there, and gives me a hot stone massage and everything.
Wow, nice. Well, I mean, I've wanted to get into cross training. Like, I'd love it if there was like a once a week volleyball or something like that. So it's not a lot of stress. You're not, like basketball, you're banging into people. In volleyball, you're not.
And I think that's worse than running, because you're on a hard court, not a lot of cushion or whatever on your feet, and you're having to make quick stops and twists.
Yeah, you can twist it.
Look at how many knee injuries are in basketball and football than running.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled my ankle, you know, stepped on someone's foot and roll your foot, and high ankle sprain. I've done that. I played basketball, kind of pickup basketball for years.
That's one sport I can never understand.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Oh man, I loved it. I mean, when I had a good day and played really well, and oh man, the high I get from that, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's kind of like me with a good run or a bike ride. You know, but basketball, I just never got the idea. Like, you usually pick certain things up fairly quick.
Well, do you understand soccer?
Yeah, so...
So I played soccer in college, and playing soccer actually helped me in basketball because of strategy. Learning how to run off the ball. You know, sometimes you're a decoy, sometimes, you know, you're a distraction, or you can give and go. You do give and goes in both soccer and basketball, and there's a lot of similarities as far as like the geometry of it and everything.
Yeah, I played a little bit of both, and I enjoyed the European football better than the basketball. I think one of the problems I have with basketball is you look at a person wrong, you get a foul. You're elbowing, black eyes, broken ribs under a basket, no foul. Very inconsistent.
Oh, yeah.
I figure if you're not bleeding, it's not a foul. So when I did try to play basketball with our partisan rec, I just tried to stay in everyone's way that had the ball. And defend. I couldn't do anything else. And I didn't do that very well either. But I think I'm more of a individual sport like swimming and cycling and running. I figure I can do my best, and that actually helps the team. If I slack off, I can hurt the team. But not too much thought in that, other than where you got free speed going downhill or
wait,
what?
Sorry, I was just chatting on the screen. What sport?
Cycling, swimming, running.
Oh, okay.
Even though they're team sports, they're individual.
Yeah.
And I love that. Because one, I don't have to really disappoint my teammates if I screw up. But I mean, I still try so I can score high for the team. We're still cloudy here. Overcast. Supposed to be mid-50s, I think, today. My favorite team sport is team time trial, but I gotta get in better shape. Lightning's too fast, and Phantom hasn't been around right now. Oh. What's the R in after Celsius?
Right now.
Yeah, well, okay. That makes sense. I see the finish line. That was a really good pace, Howie.
Oh, thank you. I'm typing on the screen and I didn't notice I was getting dropped.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll make the 6 a.m.
Yeah, I understand. I want to get a workout in and I'm going to be gone all day, so.
Yeah. Because when we get home, you find the excuse not to do it.
Exactly. So I'd rather get up early and do it and have it done.
Well, the hell got fired. Cool. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I actually have a work thing, so I'm gonna cycle for a few more minutes and then head out.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, I think I'll try to at least get an hour or so. Build up my time.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing 5 more minutes, because I started pedaling, before the hour.
Yeah.
And my meeting's at 9, so I'll have to rush. I'll do 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna be rushing.
Yeah, I've actually started about 15, 11 minutes before, but I want to get a full hour on that Zwift so it counts.
All right, thanks for watching. Have a great
Oh, looks like
Saturday.
Kenny's still here. Oh, I guess I leveled up.